Afternoon, everyone. I'm sitting in my car. I got a new fandangle thing to hook my phone on. Um, I'm not quite sure how to do it yet, but what I got to do is I'll probably have to move it over to the other vent. But in the meantime, here I am. I went down to Walmart to pick me up some folders and stuff like that to put all my information in. For my songs. I did send in a request to an estimate to tell me how much money it's going to cost me to get all that stuff back. Now, way back when, it cost me $35 to certify however many songs I wanted to certify. So, copyright, actually. And it took me a while back then to figure that out, that that's what I could do, and but anyway, I got 18 songs, all copyrighted and certified and everything, and filed and put away for $35. And that was after I found out that I could do that. But right now, it's going to probably cost. I'm not going to speak that. I think I'm going to get everything at a reasonable price. I'm eating. I had to grab me something to eat. I don't want to get dizzy and not be able to drive. But anyway, so I got me a few folders, and I'm going to stop for a minute. And anyway, so the reason why I wanted to get some folders and stuff, I was sitting and working on them today. I mean, when I went in on the site and I found all my songs and found the number and everything, well, had to learn to maneuver my way around on the site so that I could uh, get it, all the ones that I wanted. And of course, and I downloaded them. And then I downloaded them on my phone, and then I had to transfer them over to the computer so I could print them off. So, and that that ended up being almost, well, at least uh, 3 hours of just doing that. So then yesterday I went in and I had all the stuff right in front of me so that I could know which ones I wanted to get right now. And so I went back in on my phone and pulled up everything, and then I'd click on it, and then there was a drop box, and you could ask for copy estimate. So I submitted that. I submitted three of them. Well, actually, it ended up four of them, but I only wanted three. The first time around, it, 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 it was giving me a hard time. So it told me to go and do it again. So I went and did it again. But one went in twice. But they'll I hope they're smart enough to figure it out that I only want um, three of them. So, but anyway, um, it me sitting there this morning was getting all the emails set up on my laptop and my computer. So, in case they want to send everything to me via email, and I did that. That took a little bit of doing, and then I sit down and put my paperwork together and paper clipped it together so that in case they call me, I have got stuff right there in front of me. But, and I think everybody's like this. I would hope anyway that we do better when we have things organized. That we can go right to it, and it's right there, and we don't have to dilly-dally around trying to find everything. So, but this week, I have found that I've been wanting very seriously to find a home for everything. And that makes things so much nicer. No clutter. You can go right to it, get it, put it back. As soon as you're done with it, it has its home. So I've been working on that this week. So now with my paperwork, now I've lost so much paperwork by not really truly being organized. And not just that, but you ever put something on? I'm going to put this here so I won't lose it. Then you forget where you put it. And you hunt up one side and down the other of your whole house. Oh my God, can you imagine if you had a 32-room house and you're trying to go through? Oh gosh. So, but, okay, my paperwork has got to be organized. And so I got 4 folders for 25 cents. Well, I'm going to show you what I got if I can get it. Oh, oh, that's going to be hard to do. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be able to get it for you unless I get out of the car and get it. Hold on, y'all. Okay. All right. I'm back. Now, my clothes is all out of sorts now. Okay. Well, here's my, and I had other stuff picked out, but I didn't want to have to transfer any of my money from my savings account to my checking account. So, but I got 4 of these. They're you open them up, and they've got that you put that in. Um, they're kind of a plastic kind of a deal, but I got 4. I got a green one, yellow one, an orange one, and a purple one. And that is hopefully gonna hold my songs and the CD and but later on I'll get something else for that. And this has got it's a classic presentation book, but it's got these things in them, and I'm going to put my certified um, copyright certificates in here. And then, which I had all my colored pencils and my drawing pencils and everything put in a case and shoved behind my chair. Well, I pulled them out today, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, and y'all know this. I know you know this. Out of sight, out of mind. Well, if it's out of sight, you're not going to feel like doing anything. And so I picked this baby up. 456. It's got, and I'll put my colored pencils in this side, and my erasers and sharpeners and stuff maybe over here on this side, or maybe more pencils. I don't know. And I'll sit that right in front of me, where, and when, of course, and I got my laptop there. Um, that I can turn both ways. I can turn to my desktop computer, and then I can turn to my laptop. And so the laptop is going to be, if they send it to me digitally, I can download it right on my laptop and print it off, burn it onto CD, and go from there. Cross your fingers, cross your fingers. If you believe it, you'll receive it. So anyway, that's what I did today, but oh, and I dug out my book. I had I had did a little bit of it was what do you call it, an ebook, and I think I told y'all about that, and I put it on Amazon. It was, I don't know, I it was only $4 and something. Of course, nobody did it, but the reason why I did an ebook was because I didn't have enough pages, they said, to do a regular book. So I went ahead then and I started making the book bigger. And here's the good thing about Amazon um, publishing it for you. They'll publish it for you, and they'll send you as many copies as you want. You have to pay for them, but you pay their costs, because, like, say for instance, if I sold the book, they get a percentage of it online. So, but anyway, I dug that out, and I've got that uh, set aside from everything else. Like I said, I have lost so much. I lost a really nice picture that I had of me and my first husband after we split up. Years after we split up. I was in my 40s. I look at myself now, and I looked back at that picture, and I said, I was a pretty woman. I mean, everybody says, well, you're pretty now. Well, that was a young pretty. I might be an old pretty now, but not so. But anyway, I had that, and I apparently had put it in among my printing paper, and I still might even run across it in my printing paper, but I don't know. But I've lost so much, and then I can't find um, a poem that a Facebook friend, um, we were going back and forth on music. I think, I can't even remember. Maybe he wasn't a Facebook friend. Yeah, he was. But anyway, we all did, doing our music online and stuff like that. And he was corresponding back with me, because I had a nonprofit organization called Black Suede Boot Studio, and it's what it was called, Black Suede Boots Studio, and but I wrote a song, and called My Black Suede Boots, and I can't wait to do that one for y'all. But anyway, he wrote me a poem. He called me Black Black Suede Joy, something like that. But he wrote me a poem, and I've got it someplace, or I hope I've still got it someplace. And um, I might have it in my lockbox. I don't know, but that was so nice. I mean, he typed it up and sent it to me on in Messenger, and I downloaded it and printed it off, and that meant really special to me. Black Suede Joy or something like that. My Black Suede Joy, or I don't ever know what happened to the dude, but um, that's just one of my experiences in life, and doing my music and stuff like that. So my new journey, getting organized, getting a home in my tiny, uh, for everything. That bathrooms almost are all set up for now the way it's going to work for me, but hopefully I'm going to remodel it or just get a whole different camper. I don't know yet. I mean, I'm thinking about it since my daughter and her husband bought a camper, and they're going to set up at KOA, um, and I'm thinking about getting me another one. Maybe a smaller one, maybe a bigger one. I don't know. But I really like how her kitchen area is set up. It's got an island out in the middle, and the sink and stuff's right in there. And then it's got two slide outs, one right across from each other. It makes the living area and the kitchen area much bigger. So, but once my wheels get to turning and that creativity gets going inside, I end up doing it. It's just that plain and simple. And so this idea of me going really simple as far as what I wear, not using makeup. No, I didn't get rid of my makeup. I'm sure there's going to be times that I'm going to have to get dressed up a little bit fancy. Um, I'm thinking about, and like I'm not a good speaker at all, but I'm thinking if I can get my act together and start going out and giving lectures, maybe start at the library or something like that, my hometown library. I don't know. We'll see. But these ideas start churning, um, and then I end up doing them. So we'll see. But the no makeup deal, just throw my hair up on my head, and well, it's messy right now, but I don't care. I don't care. And just hang around the house with uh, pretty little sundresses things, or my shaftans. And me and my daughter were sitting outside this morning. She was down doing her chickens, and I came out. I was drinking some cranberry juice, and I sit down in my chair, and she come up and sit in the chair next to me, and we're sitting there talking, and that's nice out there. I mean, I'm in my bare feet, I'm grounding while I'm sitting there, and getting that energy from my body and stuff. I know, by the way, something I did not know, but I think it goes along with the 24 senses. I think I uh, did a video for you a while back about that we as humans have more than five senses. We have at least 24 senses. And and you ever know if you've ever experienced that you were someplace, and I don't know, somebody might have said something or you felt something and the hair stood up on the back of your neck. Well, it's not scientific, but in the spiritual realm, that our hair on our head, our hair on our bodies are like energy conductors or something like that. And it helps us with our intuition. It helps us with uh, knowing when we're around somebody if we're paying attention. But our hair is like conductors, and that got me to thinking. And I know I'm gonna hear it from people that think they know their Bible. That uh, you know how when the New Testament says that the women, when they pray, when you're in the church and you pray, you got to cover your head. You got to put a scarf or something over your head and cover your head. That's a lie. You don't have to cover your head. Well, yeah, because if you listen to what they want, and I hate to say this because this ain't nothing against men, but the men of old set these things up that women have to cover their head, um, because if because but you do know that the Bible does say a woman's hair is her glory. That's where she gets a lot of her intuition, is that her hair is picking up the energy around her. But they want you to cover your head when you're praying. But it's a must. No, that's where whatever energy is out there, and if you're talking to the Creator and whatever, that I don't know how to explain it. But I did look it up, and it is a thing, and but it's not scientific according to our scientists. But look it up. Punch in your Google and say, is our hair draw energy or something like that, however you want it. And I did it this morning, and yeah, it's there. It's a spiritual thing, not a religious thing. It's a spiritual thing, and it helps you with your intuition. Just saying. So anyway, so the simply and your fingernails. You're not supposed to put any paint, polish, or anything like that on your fingernails, because your fingernails, it draws that energy, whatever, the sunlight and whatever, and all the nature, the natural things. Nothing on your toenails. Got to go barefoot a lot, really, especially in the summertime. Some people even do it in the wintertime. And here's another tidbit too, y'all. After you take a shower, or if you come in from being outside and you're really hot and everything, turn the shower on cold. Oh, I wouldn't be able to do it. I might be able to do it as cold as I could stand it, but you're supposed to let that come down in the middle of your head, right up there. Has something to do with, I don't know, but it's supposed to revitalize you or something like that. One of these days I'm going to try it. I'm not going to jump in cold water, that's for sure. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to find a home for everything so that I can, it's put away neat, and I'm learning. I'm teaching myself to organize, just like getting rid of the clutter. Clutter just messes with my brain. I had one lady come on when I said that, I don't know, however many months ago. The clutter messes with my brain. And she come on there and she commented and she said, I can't live without clutter. Oh, Lord, somebody please explain that to me. No, clutter's not good for you, hon. Not good for your brain. You're conditioned to be in clutter. It's just like when you talk about the air conditioner. You're conditioning yourself to not go with the natural flow of things out there in the sun and the heat. And anyway. So, but I just rambled today, and I got out, and I'm going to get home, and I'm going to try to, do some more organization in my house, and I got some clothes I got to get washed up, and uh, go from there. And so, but remember, a merry heart doeth good like medicine, but a broken spirit will dry up your bones. And if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right either way. If you believe you're a old sinner, wretched wretch that you are, then that's what you're going to be, and that's what you're always going to be. I'm not a wretch. I'm a child of the Almighty God. Was from the time I was born, and God lives within me. I am not a wretch. I am not poor. I'm very wealthy, as a matter of fact. And my body is healing better and better every day, especially since my surgery. Got to believe what you say and say what you believe. And if you say what you believe, like nothing good ever goes right for me, well, keep it up then, nothing good. Now, I used to say to people, they'd say, oh, my back is killing me. I'd say, well, do you want me to agree with you on that? I'll agree with you on that because the Bible says where two or more agree, you will have that. They'd just look at me like that. I'd correct them all. No, no, no. I'd say, no, your back is not killing you. Why are you lying like that? But anyway, y'all have a great day. I'm going to have a great day, which today's halfway over for me. But y'all talk to you later.